I think Robert Kiyosaki is a genius. I think for me, Cash Flow 101, playing that game over and over and over again, made a huge difference in my life. It totally changed my perspective and gave me this total blue ocean, large picture of
There's plenty
what
for
I was
all of
doing.
us.
Right.
There's no need for anybody to be
It's
greedy.
not competitive. It's just being the best person you can be, continuing to get educated, continuing to keep your mind open, believe in your dreams, like you said, and going for it. And he's even written books for kids.
I love that.
Rich Kid, Poor Kid, or something like that.
Hey,
Rich
they're
Dad, Poor
the
Dad
future.
for kids.
They're the ones that need to learn.
Yeah, and starting, he's right, in the education systems, no one's teaching you about finances. That's why we're in the mess that we're in, because that's all been delegated to, and then I'll get a job, and then I'll retire, and everything will be fine.
We're given faulty information, expected to do something with that.
Right.
That paradigm no longer applies so much.
Wouldn't it be cool if the schools had Cash Flow 101 in the school?
They should.
Even in junior high. I know kids are so smart, they could pick that up right away.
Absolutely. I think definitely some future nonprofit stuff would be geared towards educating youth, because when you learn it before you get in it, you're way better equipped. They're willing to, at my college, they were willing to throw you credit cards just so you get yourself in trouble. Nobody told you what to do with them or how to utilize them, but they gave them to you.
And now we have what we have right now, which is you've got a whole generation of kids watching their parents, mortgage off the house, buy everything they want, go on the trips they want.
Not save any.
It's all taken away from the house, and then the house is gone.
Right.
So there's all these bad habits that have been built up so far, and starting with the children and reprogramming that and getting real financial education into their hands. If the adults are learning the hard way, we've got such a head start to make sure that our kids don't go through the same things we did. Don't just assume that money's always going to be there and it's free money, buy now, pay later kind of lifestyle. It's a different way of seeing finances, it's a different way of seeing money, but in cleaning that stuff up, you really can have a life that's really worth living, and it doesn't feel so insecure and unstable. You've got a whole country of people feeling very vulnerable, very unstable, very insecure, and even if they're not going through some kind of financial hardship right now, they're watching everyone around them go through it, which is, you still have that same feeling am I vulnerable? Am I going to go through this?
Well, and they might not even be going through the direct effect, but their money's still devaluating. Mm-hmm. So whatever retirement you thought you were set up with, if you're not working or generating some kind of revenue or income anymore, your money's still getting less because your buying power decreases. So, sitting still, and you're right. That's exactly why I feel like sharing it is so imperative, because I wish somebody would have imparted some of this on me, when I began it. So I feel obligated to do the same thing and share and network and branch out, because the world needs it right now. The whole world needs it, especially, people are suffering, and since we do have access to all this information, utilize it. And don't be afraid to pay for it. Don't be afraid to have your corporation invest in the education of its officers. Don't be afraid to get into debt for business purposes, because, again, we've been taught that all debt is bad. It's not. It's a tool if you utilize it properly.
Right. There's good debt and there's bad debt.
That's right. But you've got to understand what you're getting into and how you're... In real estate, what's one of the first things to say? Always have an exit strategy. Know what you're going to do with the property before you even acquire it. There was such a mad rush to buy property, people weren't even thinking what they were going to do at the end of it. So that's another part of the problem, But again, we could go on and on about that. So anyway.
Well, thank you, Andrew. This was great, and I look forward to sharing what we know with more people.
Absolutely. Thanks, Shereen. Take care, and good luck to any and all of you. Bye.